What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another live stream. Hope you guys are doing well. I'm first just gonna wait a little bit for a few more people to join the live. But yeah, I hope you guys are doing well. I did post a short in the channel a little bit earlier. I'm expecting Bitcoin to come down today, guys, and I'll go over why I'm expecting that in just a second. But yeah, so I'm currently short on BTC. I do expect a bit of a move down, but let's just wait like 1 more minute to see if there's a few more people that join in. But let me know how you guys are in the comments. Hope you guys are doing well. Yeah, let's just chill out for a little bit, wait for people to join. Yeah. Just gonna wait like one or 2 minutes, and then we'll get straight into it again. Perfect. I'm gonna start off. I don't think it's gonna be a long one, but I want to run through. Okay. We've had like quite a big run up over the past few days, right? So if you look at the daily time frame, we closed really bullish, and if you look at the weekly time frame as well, we did close really strong. But we have to acknowledge that this level here is a key level here for Bitcoin at 64,000, 64,300, 64,400. So that is a critical zone for Bitcoin. So I do expect a little bit of a retracement. Basically, this is the beginning of the week, right? We normally have a false move on Monday, so I'm expecting price to come down. How I got this level was I brought the Fibonacci from this high over here. Okay, so this high right over here to this this low right over here. Okay, and then we had a level here at around about 64,400, 64,300. Okay, so this is the key level for Bitcoin, and it needs to obviously hold that level in order for us to go up. But if you look at the lower time frames, if we go down to the daily, let's have a look at the daily. We did reject the zone multiple times. You can see that this is quite a rejection zone, and whenever we do get rejected from this level, we do tend to come back down to around about these levels right over here. Okay, so this level here for Bitcoin at 61,800, that is the key zone that I'm looking at for the day, right? So I'm expecting price to come down a little bit more for Bitcoin, which is why I did actually enter a sell. Although I am quite bullish, right, on the higher time frames, I just feel like this is looking like it wants to come down a little bit. And if we do look at the 1 hour time frame as well, the 1 hour did actually close respecting support, which is good. But this is a potential double top pattern and also a bit of a bottom. So I'm expecting price to come down. Got stop loss just above the highs over here. This is something to look at, right? So we do also have a trend line over here. If we do have a look here, and it also comes back down to the 200-day moving average, right? So the 200-day moving average is sitting at 61,800, right? 61,880, which is where I'll be looking to actually TP with this position. Okay, so Bitcoin overall looks good, like on the daily time frame, right? Which is what I wouldn't be entering longs here. It just doesn't really make sense. But entering shorts, if we look at the 2 hour time frame as well, we did obviously close respecting support, which is good. But I do think that this can easily just flip bearish here back, and then we can expect a move back down, right? So overall, looking good for the market. Like it does look good for the market, but I do expect price to come down today to fill this gap over here back down to this low. Okay, so yeah, I'm expecting BTC to come down a little bit, of course. So we'll see what happens today. We did enter sell at around about 63,900, back down to 61,800, or around about 62K. You can look at anywhere in this green box, we should see a reaction. Okay. And what's interesting is I was looking at this today. Excuse me. So you can see that Kamala Harris is actually winning at the moment. You can see that 50%, 49%. And guys, if this happens, I do think that it's possible that we're going to see a massive, massive crash. If Kamala Harris does win, I think we're going to see a massive, massive crash in the market. So just be careful. This election is going to be crazy, right? There's going to be two scenarios, right? The first scenario is going to be if Kamala Harris wins, I do think that Bitcoin is most likely going to drop to like 30 to 40K. But if Trump wins, I do think we're going to see a massive breakout to like 70 to 80K. We're going to see a massive green candle. So yeah, this is something to watch out for. This is going to be a massive, massive catalyst for the price of Bitcoin and for crypto as a whole, because this is something that a lot of people are speaking about right now. And obviously, in the current state that we sitting at, where Bitcoin is kind of just ranging. If you actually look at Bitcoin, like it is kind of just ranging between the low and the high, right? So this could also just be a lower high, which is something to watch out for. What I mean by that is you can see every single time price has been in this trend, we have been actually creating lower highs. So you can see over here, it is actually just a lower high potentially to come down further, right? But if we can come down and respect this level here at 61,800, if we can actually hold this level, then I do think that we can obviously look at a bit of a push up back up to this level, maybe consolidate there, potentially break out, or we see a rejection from this level back down to the lows, right? So like I said, it's going to be quite a crazy next couple of weeks. Obviously, the 16th of September is very, very important. So we'll see what happens for the election. But yeah, just keep an eye out for this, because if Kamala Harris does win, then it's going to be crazy. It's honestly going to be crazy. So yeah, you can see. Yeah, just be if she wins, we're going to see a massive crash, guys. And I do think that overall it's a good thing for like the economy, but for crypto it's just not, right? Because what she wants to do is she actually wants to put 50% on capital gains. So like let's just say you make $1,000 on a Bitcoin trade, you will get 50% taxed on the capital gains of that trade. So I don't think it's not gonna be good for the crypto industry. Maybe it might be good for the actual economy, but yeah, personally, I don't think it will be. So I think, yeah, we just need to keep an eye out for that. Obviously, like I'm not in America, so I don't have the chance to obviously vote. But if I did, there we go. It should be working again. Yeah, so I just think that there we go. We're back. Yeah. Okay. So basically, I'm expecting Bitcoin to come down here. We'll see how this plays out for the day. What else can we look at? Sats is looking similar to what Bitcoin is doing for Sats. You can see that Sats had a massive breakout over the weekend, and right now it's forming a similar pattern to what Bitcoin is doing. So if we have a look at the 2-hour time frame, we did actually close respecting support here. So this was obviously a massive fake out, but it's a similar pattern to what Bitcoin's forming right now. So I do think that there's a possibility of us actually coming down from this level for Sats. If we do look at this as from this low over here, from this pump to the most recent high, there's a possibility of it actually coming back down around about 10% for Sats. So I'll be looking to long Sats over here, back up to this level right over here, and then potentially looking to short it as well back down. So I'll be looking for pretty much 2 setups for the day for Sats. Basically, we look for sells on the break of this low over here, and then we look for buys a little bit later on, if we can actually tap into the support zone. Okay, so right now I'm kind of just sitting on the sideline for Sats, but I will be looking at a potential sell later on today if we can actually. But yeah, let me know how you guys are. What charts are you guys looking at today? I'm mainly just focusing on Bitcoin. I think that Bitcoin is a little bit overbought right now. So I would expect price to come down a little bit before we go back up. So that is something to look at for BTC. If you guys did just join now, we did actually take a sell for Bitcoin at around about 63,900. We're looking to target around about 61,800, which is that most recent high, right? If you look at the 2-hour time frame, you can see that this is the most recent high over here. There is quite a lot of liquidity sitting at that zone, so I would expect price to come back down, and then maybe look for longs if we can actually respect that level, right? So Mondays normally bring a false move. Typically Mondays do bring a false move, so which is why I'm expecting price to actually come down before we go back up. So we'll see what happens for BTC today. Looking decent for a short. Got stop loss just by the high over here. Nothing too crazy. If we have a look at Ethereum, so Ethereum, if we look right now, okay. So what I want to do is I want to have a look at. So we're on the 2-hour right now. I want to have a look at the daily time frame. Let's have a look here. Beautiful. Let's have a look at the daily. So the daily time frame is actually respecting this daily resistance, right? So if we look at this as on the daily time frame right now, if we look at this and we see what is happening right now, we are actually respecting this level over here, which is your daily resistance from the previous high over here. So basically last week we kind of just had a bit of a consolidation range, and then we had that breakout and looking like it wants to retest to go higher, right? So that is a potential for Ethereum for the day. But right now, I wouldn't be looking to long ETH at this level. I would rather wait for a deeper retracement. If we actually can come down a little bit more here, maybe back up to this level here, I'll be looking to long Ethereum at this zone. If we can maybe come back down to hit that zone, I'll be looking for this for ETH within today, tomorrow, within a week, right? So I do think that it's possible for you shorting REN, REN. Yeah, let's have a look at REN, REN. I'll have a look at that. So just give me 1 second. So I'm just looking at Ethereum to come back down to hit the zone, and then I'll be looking to long. Let's have a look at REN. I haven't actually charted this, so just give me one minute here. Okay, so if we have a look at REN on the 1 week time frame, let's have a look here. So REN obviously looking relatively bearish, like on the weekly, right? So if you look at this, looking like, I mean, it's just been making lower lows and lower highs. But if we look at this on the weekly, we can see that this is your resistance right over here. And we actually tapped into that perfectly, right? We tapped into this level almost perfectly at the zone within last week, right? And then if we look at the daily time frame, it's looking like it is forming a lower high here. So basically, this was our level for REN, right? Right over here. This was our first high over here. And this is looking like a little bit of a lower high with, we actually did close bearish on the daily yesterday. So basically, if we look at the daily right now, it's looking like it does want to continue a little bit lower here. We have support / resistance at this level over here. So looking like it's currently in a range right now. So we just take this away. What I would look for REN is if we can just, if we look at the 4 hour right now, we have this key level here for REN. Let's have a look here. So this is a key resistance / support at the zone. So what I'd be looking at are potential sells off this level here, potentially like this. This could be a potential setup for REN. Stop loss would have to just be above this high over here, which is at 0.047. 0.047. Sorry, someone's phoning me. Just give me 1 second. Just give me 1 second here. Someone's phoning me. Okay, we back. Sorry about that. Yeah, so I'm looking for REN. You know, basically the daily time frame does look terrible. This was, I mean, I'd only really be bullish on REN if we could have actually closed above this high over here. So you can see that this was the strong level for REN. Whenever we're below this level at 0.05, we tend to actually come up for REN. So what I'd be looking at is potential sells back down to this support over here, which is a possibility, right? If we look at the 1 hour time frame, we can see that, yeah, we broke structure over here. This is probably the area where you want to be looking for sells at 0.46. Stop loss just above this high. So it looks relatively decent for REN. You could even just look for a sell back down to this level over here. This would be a level of support, right? So we could expect something like this for the day for REN. If we can tap into this level over here, then we can look for sells back down to this zone. Okay, so that is something to look at for REN. Let's see what happens. But yeah, I think the sells for this is definitely the play. We obviously broke structure here. We came back up, formed like a double top over here, potentially coming back up to this zone and then coming down a little bit later on today. So I am looking at that for REN. Maybe if we can tap into that zone, I'll also take the sell with you. But yeah, looks decent. It does look decent. WIF, can't really look at that. Uniswap, have a look at Uni. So let's look at this chart right now. If we look at Uni, it's actually forming a similar pattern to what Bitcoin's forming. You can see that this little consolidation range had quite a big sell-off. If we look at this on the daily time frame, you can see that we are coming into quite a strong level for Uni right now. This is obviously a key resistance / support. So basically for Uni, as long as price stays above this level, this is basically, it's quite a bullish chart, right? For Uni. It's definitely something to look at. But I wouldn't really enter any longs at this level. I'd wait for a reaction. So what I would wait for is, you see the 4 hour candle right now. There's still 3 hours, right, until this 4 hour candle closes, right? So 3 hours and 39 minutes, and you can see that we're still respecting support. So this is something that I'd be looking at as a potential long off this level, but I'd wait for the next 4 hour candle to obviously close, because basically if the 4 hour candle closes bullish like this, then it would confirm that this could potentially be a retest. But yeah, we could even come down a little bit deeper for uni, although this does look like it could bounce from this level. So what I'd wait for is I'd wait for the next 4-hour candle to close for uni, and then I'll be looking for a long. But because uni's been quite bullish compared to most other coins, so I'd probably just wait that out. I wouldn't enter long right now. Just for me, we have to wait for the 4-hour candle to close before entering this setup. Okay, so that is uni right now, looking decent. It does look quite nice for potential upside, but we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Solana has kind of been pumping as well. I want to speak about Solana. If we have a look at the weekly. Okay, so if we look at Solana, if we look at Solana on the weekly time frame, we obviously have this support over here. We could even say that this is our level from here. So basically, this is pretty much our support zone for Solana between 136 and 117. This is probably the key level, right? This is the level that we obviously been bouncing from over the past couple of weeks. And personally, Solana closed really, really strong on the weekly time frame. We are forming a bit of a top pattern over here. We are forming a bit of a top over here, which is something to obviously look at for Solana. So I do think that Solana is probably one of the stronger coins this cycle. I do think that it's possible for us to reach like 179, 180, and then potentially come back down, something like this. Or we come back up to this level, retest this zone, and look for that $200 mark. So right now, what I'll be doing for Solana is kind of just waiting it out, because we are currently coming into quite a strong daily resistance, right? So we are coming into quite a strong level right over here. This is obviously your daily resistance right now. So just be careful. Wouldn't really open up a long right now for Solana. We at a strong zone. There is a potential for us to get rejected from this level. If we do look at the 1 hour and the 4 hour time frame, you can see it's looking relatively good. For me to enter positions for Solana, I would have to wait for that 4 hour candle close above this level here, right? So I'd wait for price to close above the zone over here, and then we look for buyers back up. But right now we had like quite a strong level, right? So I wouldn't really. Yeah, I'll go with Ton as well. I'll go with Ton. Yeah, Ton got smacked on the weekend as well. So I'll be looking at this for Solana, but right now I'm not really interested in that. Let's have a look at Ton. Yeah, Ton got smacked. It's because the CEO got arrested, right? Something like that. So let's have a look at Ton. I mean, Ton for me, guys. Ton for me. This is your buy zone right over here, right? So I'll be looking to accumulate Ton at this level. I do think, if we actually look at like the macro side of things for Ton, this is going to be the accumulation zone right over here. So zone. So basically, I'll be looking to accumulate within this area over here, around about 5.2 and 5.4. It's actually coming back down to that level. The weekly candle closed terrible, but it was due to the news. Derev got arrested. Yeah, exactly. So I do think it's possible for us to bounce from this level. This is going to be the level I'll be looking at for Ton. If we can actually come back down within this zone today, I'll be looking to open up a long for Ton, back up to these highs over here potentially. We could even see maybe a deeper retracement back to this level. So we could potentially look at a long over here and a long a little bit lower. But I do think that we won't. I don't think we'll go lower than this. To be honest with you, I don't think we'll go lower than that. So it's one of those two zones that I'll be looking at for Ton. But yeah, right now, not really interested in a long for Ton. It did really. A lot of people obviously selling. They got nervous, and this was obviously the result of it, right? Because I remember it was this weekend, right? It was Saturday. Everything was kind of pumping, and Ton just got absolutely smacked. It was quite crazy, and also Notcoin because Notcoin on Ton, it's like linked to the same ecosystem. So if we look at Notcoin as well, let's have a look at Notcoin. Also got smacked. Yeah, look at that. That's crazy, yeah. Look at Notcoin on the higher time frame. It's pretty much at that support zone, right? So this is the level for Notcoin. It has to hold this level unless, and if it doesn't, then we're most probably going to come back to that opening price, right? So it's going to be interesting to see what happens. Yeah, I mean, check it. That reaction is crazy. This is definitely a bounce zone for NOT, right? This is one of the accumulation zones for NOT. I do think that if we do bounce for NOT, it's going to be at this level right over here. I don't know. What are you guys' thoughts on NOT? Are you guys accumulating NOT, or what are your thoughts? Because I do think that that sell-off is just temporary, right? I don't, for me, I know Tom's going to be here for a long time. I just think that it was a temporary sell-off because of what happened with he got arrested. But basically, this is your bar zone, right? Your bar zone is right over here. We're respecting daily support. This is the level, right? This is the level where I'm expecting a potential bounce for NOT, right? I won't enter a long here with futures, but I'll be buying some on spot for NOT. Okay, so looks decent. This is a good entry. If we can come down a little bit lower, I can enter again. But personally, I wouldn't enter this trade on a futures contract just because the stop loss is really long, around about a 10% stop. So I'm not really interested in that. I'll maybe wait for price to come down a little bit lower before entering a futures trade. But for spot, it looks really nice at that level. So obviously accumulating a little bit lower. If we do come a little bit lower down, that would be a good setup. But yeah, right now I'm not really interested in Notcoin for a long. Okay. If we have a look at Phantom, last week I was looking at a long for Phantom, but we didn't get executed. I was waiting for price to come down a little bit more, but that just wasn't the plan. You can see that it was just respecting this massive channel. And right now, if we look at the daily time frame, I think we at a key level right now. We at quite a key level. You can see that if you look left on the chart, we have resistance over here and support, right? So as long as price stays below here, this is just a lower high. You can see that looking left on the chart, these were our highs over here. And basically what's happening now is we're forming a bit of a lower high right now. So technically this is still bearish, but it's a good start for until the upside. So basically what I'll be waiting for is if Phantom can close above this 200-day moving average, right? If Phantom can close above this 200-day moving average, just above this resistance, that would signal Phantom to go a lot higher, to around about 0.7990. So what I would wait for is price to obviously, excuse me, I would wait for price to close above this level. And if we can close above this level, then we can look for a little bit more upside. Yeah, so Phantom, not really interested in any positions right now for Phantom. We've already had that massive move, so we could potentially sell off a little bit here. Just remember, guys, most charts, I think we could see quite a big trap because most charts are obviously bullish right now. But if you look at like the higher time frame, it's still relatively bearish until we actually start closing above like these 200-day moving averages, right? So just be careful with that. Like even AVAX, right? AVAX, this was that breakout we had last pretty much a couple of weeks ago. So on the 19th of August, pretty much up 30% from that breakout. But if you look at the lower time frames, yeah, so you see AVAX needs to close above this $30 mark in order for this to be bullish again. So the thing is right now, guys, most most coins are still below the 200-day moving average, right? Which means that it's still bearish, right? It is still bearish. So you kind of have to look at it like that. It's making lower lows and lower highs still. Obviously, this was a nice move for AVAX, but yeah, I don't think that it's gonna. I mean, we have to wait and see what Bitcoin does, right? If Bitcoin can break out, it would be amazing. But I do think that this is going to be the most important factor of this match. So there's the elections in 71 days, right? So 71 days, guys, and Kamala Harris is currently on top here. So if this happens, I do think that we're going to see a massive dump for crypto. But if Trump wins, we're going to see a huge pump. I think we're going to see a massive green candle if he wins. So just be prepared for that. But yeah, if Kamala, I think it's Kamala. I keep on saying Kamala, but I think it's Kamala. If she wins, I do think it's possible that we're going to see a 30 to 40,000 Bitcoin. So because basically she wants to put 50% capital gains on unrealized profits, which is crazy, which is absolutely crazy. So yeah, I don't think for crypto at least. Maybe she could be a better candidate, but like for crypto, it's not good. Let's have a look to see what other coins we can look at. Link looks good. If you look at Link on the weekly, Link had quite a nice run up, right? Beautiful run up. We had that massive head and shoulders on the weekly, and it's pretty much full that range, right? You can see we tapped into this resistance over here, and we pretty much bounced perfectly from that level for Chainlink. So yeah, it literally came back down into the bear market lows, right? Which is crazy. This was that massive consolidation range for Chainlink, and you can see how long price can actually range, guys. If you look at Chainlink, it literally ranged for over 511 days. Chainlink was stuck between the $5 and the $10 mark for 500 days, which is crazy, right? So, and then we had that massive breakout, which was the start of that move for Bitcoin as well. So, and you can see that was in October, right? October. And if we have a look over here, when was this massive move over here? This was October when we started that massive run up. So just remember, guys, percentage. I'll show you guys this chart again. I always bring this up. Because I do think that it's important to bring up. Because the thing is, we have to realize that over the past couple of years, right, since Bitcoin came out, we've seen that October, November is going to be the favorable months, right? So I do think that as long as September holds, we're going to see October, November being a massive month for crypto. So, but to be honest with you, we have to keep an eye on this. If Kamala wins, then I honestly don't think that this matters anymore. Yeah, so just be careful. I do think that accumulating like at these levels is a good time to accumulate for most cryptos, because if you are like a long-term holder, you won't really care buying at these levels right now. So we do see that on average October is a 22% increase per year, and then we see that November around about a 46%. So yeah, it's gonna be interesting. Okay, enough of that. Let's have a look and see what Bitcoin's doing. So if we have a look at the monthly on the book map, you can see that majority of orders are actually sitting around about these levels. These a lot of sell orders sitting here. If we look at the weekly time frame, we already grabbed most of this liquidity to the upside, right? So on the daily, you can see that there's not much. There's way more liquidity sitting around about 62,900. 62,800. So I'm expecting price to come back down at least to these zones today. I'm obviously, if you guys did just join, we are in a sell position for Bitcoin. I'm expecting Bitcoin to come down today. back down to around about 61,800. First TP is going to be 62,800, around about this level over here. It is actually still pretty much I feel like Bitcoin rally will still happen where the Trump Kamala wins. It will still follow that 4-year cycle. I don't know. The problem is Kamala Harris is very, very anti, right? So she's also looking to put Gary Gensler in charge of some role. I'm not sure what the role is, but if that happens, we all know that Gary Gensler is really, really anti-crypto. And also in the US, there's going to be 50% capital gains tax on unrealized gains. So people in the US they'll just have to move, right? They would have to leave the US to actually hold crypto and to trade crypto. So yeah, I do think that we'll still be we'll still have that 4-year cycle, but I think it might just be extended a little bit, or we just see a massive drop, right? I think the election, I mean, it's playing out perfectly to the timing of October, November, right? So if Trump wins, I do think we're going to see a huge candle back up to like 80K, and it's going to be crazy. But yeah, I don't know. It's going to be interesting. I'm not too sure what's going to happen, but I do think that this will have an impact, right? I do think that it will have an impact on the market, bullish or bearish. So it's just something to look at, right? I do personally think that it will still follow that cycle, but I think we will obviously see like a sell off if she wins, and then maybe like a buyback, institutions just buying back lower. But yeah, let's hope Trump wins it. Because if that happens, we're going to see a huge pump. I do think it's going to be crazy. But yeah, right now, guys, we're chilling. We're looking at sells. We're in sell position for Bitcoin, back down to 61,800. And then I'll be looking to long Bitcoin a little bit later on today. So basically, I'm looking at a retest of this 200-day moving average, right? So whenever price is above this level, we tend to come up. Whenever we're below this level, we tend to kind of consolidate a little bit down, right? You can see over here to the left, we act this level as support, and then when we broke above this level, we kind of had a little bit of a rally. So right now, kind of just in this position for Bitcoin. Not much else happening right now. I think Monday it's going to be quite a slow day. It's going to be quite a slow day. But let's actually have a look and see what's happening this week, if we have any news. So right now, let's have a look. Today's nothing crazy. This is durable goods, doesn't really do much. 6 p.m. consumer confidence. It's relatively big, but not as big as CPI. But guys, Thursday we have unemployment claims and GDP, which is crazy. Okay, so that's me big. And Friday, PC. Yeah, so Thursday, Friday, the rest of the week, kind of just chilling. Not much else happening. Have you guys been looking at the Tron meme coin sector? Let me know in the chat if you guys have been looking, because I actually did get into on, I think it was on Friday, yeah. So I bought, I don't know if you guys have been accumulating, but I went live with Peter, House of Crypto, on Friday, right? I think it was Friday, yeah, Friday. And I was telling people this was the accumulation zone right over here. So yeah, we up around about 200%, from 275% from that call. So I think the Tron meme coin sector is gonna be crazy. And he was also on, the founder of Tron was on Crypto Banter's show yesterday, and you can just see like this chart's really bullish. So this is the one coin I'm in. The other one is Sundog. It even tapped into our zone. So this was the first accumulation zone. This was on Friday. I remember we were talking about the zone. We took a buy here, and you can even see throughout yesterday, right? Yesterday we had a drop back down to this level, and then we've had a push back up. So yeah, I'm quite bullish on Tron memes. What are your guys' thoughts within the sector? Uh, yeah, I mean, I think a lot of people are skeptical. You know, it's a new meme phase on a different blockchain. But that's the same thing with Solana, right? When Solana memes came out, everyone was very skeptical, and then you see what happened, right? Everything just kind of ripped, right? So I'm betting on the fact that I'm still in Solana. Yeah, yeah. I know I mean, Solana is still good. I think that this is just something that I'd bet on. Um, so we'll see what happens. But yeah, it's been doing quite well. Been doing quite well. This type of pattern here, if you guys are on Telegram, this type of pattern is a Bart Simpson. Like I said, it doesn't always play out, but it's a bit of a Bart Simpson. I'll show you what I mean by that. So this is, yeah, it's actually a Bitcoin chart here. I'll show you. Let's extend this here, make this. Okay, so basically what we're having right now is a bit of a consolidation phase. We had a liquidity sweeps upside, a bit of a double top pattern. And then what we normally see is price come back down to the start of the breakout. So I'm expecting Bitcoin to come down a little bit lower today, which is why we took the sells. Like personally, I do think that we will see a push up from 61,800, 62K. That is where we're going to see a bit of a push up. But yeah, I think taking sells now is probably the only play that we got, and it looks decent. As long as price stays below 64,600, which is our stop loss, we should be fine. We should be fine. Okay, so those are the trade. That's the trade that I'm currently in, guys. Bitcoin sells, bit of a Bart Simpson. See if this plays out. Of course, it's not guaranteed, but we'll see if this does play out. Okay. What is happening here on the lower time frames? So there is this one indicator I do use sometimes. It's called the ORB. ORB basically it means opening range breakout. So you can actually find it on TradingView here. You go ORB. If you guys want to check it out, this one over here, opening range breakout. You click on that, and then basically what you want to do is you want to click on settings, make it 15 minutes, and then the 9:30 to 9:45. So basically, it just gives you the opening candle of the 9:30 a.m. to 9:45, the opening 15-minute candle, right? So this was yesterday's candle. This was the opening, and you can see when we break above this level, we tend to come higher, right? But when we start breaking below, we tend to come lower, right? So it's just a breakout of the previous range, right? And yeah, we'll see how this plays out. But I do think that we're going to see more downside today, guys. This type of pattern looks really, really bearish. And I do think that we will probably see a push back down to 61,800. And then I'll be looking to long that area as well. For Bitcoin. But right now, kind of just chilling. Only in one trade. We shall see what happens. For Bitcoin. Looks decent though. I was looking at a SAT sell as well. It's similar to what Bitcoin is doing, right? So it's a similar pattern. You can see that as long as we stay below here, we should see price come down a little bit lower. Sats, there's a bit more of a risk to this trade because the downside is, it's 10% stop loss. You could use like a 5x stop loss just above this moving average over here. Something to look at for Sats, definitely. So I'll be looking to sell that just now. So if you guys want to join a Telegram group where we do post signals, you can send me a DM or just message me. I'll send you the link. I know most of you guys are on the group already, so not to worry. But if you guys are new here, if you want to join that group, we do have three traders. We have 2 swing traders and 1 scalper, which is myself. So we'll see. Looking to short Bitcoin back down a little bit lower here, guys. So we'll see if we can get that today. Obviously, like I said, the weekly candle is really, really bullish, but lower time frames indicating a bit of a sell-off. This consolidation phase is typically bearish. So we shall see. We shall see. So we're in sells. See what happens. If you guys are watching on CoinW, if you guys want me to go over any coins, there is a box right over here. There is a box where you can type in the coin you want me to go over right over here. Yeah, if you have any coins, put it over here. If you guys are on YouTube, same thing. If you have any coins you want me to go over, just let me know. But yeah, right now I'm kind of just only really looking at Bitcoin. Yeah. Gold. Gold. I like trading gold as well sometimes. So gold pretty much at a strong level here. Looking for potential sell as well for gold. To be honest, this is your level that we should get rejected from. But I don't want to speak too much about gold. Over there. TRX, guys. You know, we've been speaking about the meme coins, and look at that, right? It's actually closed above the most recent high. I was waiting for this candle to close within today. We did actually close bullish, right? We closed above the most recent high. That's crazy. With the bottom wick already. Yeah, TRX looks so bullish here, guys. We're probably going to see TRX. Let's have a look here. So we have this wick. Probably see a wick full back up to the highs. Yeah, if you look at the daily, this is really, really strong for TRX. Really created that bottom wick. Looking at like an 8% move there. That's crazy. Do you have any opinion when Bitcoin makes new all-time? Do you have any opinion when Bitcoin will make an all-time high? Yeah, exactly. I do. And it's based on, actually, I want to show you guys something quickly. Let me show you. I have this here. So Neste SBT. Yeah. I'll show you on Twitter. I'll show you here. So this guy, so this pattern here, guys. So this is Bitcoin right now. So Bitcoin 2020, Bitcoin 2023, and Bitcoin 2024. So the top one 2020, Bitcoin 2023, and the bottom one is Bitcoin 2024. Okay, so you can see most probably, guys. Look at where we do see a potential breakout top, right? It's normally within October, November, right? So the first one, 2020, was mid October, end of pretty much like almost end of October. Same thing with 2023, but you can see that. But before that, right? Before that, beginning of October, we had quite a nice accumulation, right? We've had quite a nice push to the upside, and then at the end of October, we actually broke the top. Same thing with October here. So September. You can see that if you look over here, August and September, we saw that massive dump over there. Same thing here, guys. August, September, we saw quite a big dump, and the beginning of September, quite a big dump. And then September to October, we see kind of a little bit of accumulation. In October, November, we see quite a big run up, right? So I do think that it's possible. It could follow the same pattern. I'm not saying that it will. Like I have no clue. But if we look at historical data, right, and historical data is the best that we have, right, in order to actually to come up with conclusions, right? That's the whole thing with trading, looking at past data and coming up with conclusions based on what you have. So this is something to look at. So Bitcoin, we could see a break off top, potentially September, October, November. So I'm looking at, it looks like we might be a little bit early here, but I'm looking at maybe end of September, beginning of October, we'll see a break off all-time high. But yeah, let's see what happens. I do like this chart. It shows you pretty much what you need to know. This is on the daily time frame of the 2020 cycle, with the 2020 break off top, the 2023, and then also the 2024. Very, very similar. I do have another one to show you though. It gives you a little bit of the same idea. So this is here. So have a look here. Basically, this was the 2017, right? So after the halving, right? After the halving, we normally see a 23, so like a 5-month consolidation, and then we see a break off top, which is in 2023. This was actually the end of December, which is quite interesting. Then we had over here the halving November, and potentially 23 to 24 weeks. It's actually October, right? So if you use that in correlation with the other chart that I just showed you, that is something to look at, right? This is something to look at, and it kind of aligns with what we see over here, right? With October, November, and it's also aligning with the election. So everything's kind of aligning, right? But yeah, it's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be crazy, guys. I think the break, everyone's not gonna expect it. Well, like I'm gonna expect it because you know, I'll be trading every day, but some people just won't expect it, and it's just gonna be a massive, massive move. So I want to make sure that we catch that right on like a 10x or like a 5x. So it's gonna be crazy, guys. It's gonna be absolutely crazy. So we'll see what happens. Like I said, October, November is probably gonna be the date where we're gonna see quite a big run up. But yeah, that's what I'm looking at. That is what I'm looking at. Oh wait, I can't see. Yeah, someone asked me to look at Ray on CoinW. So let me have a look at Ray. Sorry, I wasn't logged in on the mobile. I mean, sorry, on the website. So I couldn't see it, right? So let's have a look at Ray. I do apologize for that. I thought I was logged in for some reason. So if we have a look at Ray, I mean, I think we spoke about this. Wait, we spoke about Ray last week. I think I already have the chart. I think I already have the chart. Seems I don't though. Oh, here we go. Yeah, we spoke about this. So do you guys remember, right? I think this was the level, right? So basically this was our long zone for rare. Okay, so this was the long zone for rare, right over here. And then I was looking to accumulate a little bit higher up. So basically for rare right now, we can actually see that it's starting to form this downward sloping pattern over here. So we still can look for longs in this zone round about here, 0.2196. This was the level that we are looking at last week, right? So still looks decent. I wouldn't accumulate right now personally. I'll wait for price to come down a little bit lower, like 0.2196. That's something to look at, right? So I would look for price to come down a little bit lower. If we can tap into the support over here, this was our daily support. this could be the level to look at for rare. Okay, and then yeah, if we break out of this pattern, it's gonna be quite crazy. So let's see what happens. I'll be looking to long this area here. Okay. So yeah, I wouldn't buy now though. You can see that on the 1 hour time frame, it's kind of looking beautiful for a long at our level, right? So probably just be patient on this one. Don't enter too early, because you could get stopped out. So what I would wait for is potentially come down a little bit lower, or we can just break out of this daily resistance and look for a long there. But taking a long in the mid range is like a 50-50 bet, right? Yeah. So right now, just not really interested in rare, but I'd wait for price. You put an alert over here. You can just add an alert, and then you can even put a limit order at that level, and then we should potentially see a push up. I like how the chart's looking. It's looking decent. So I will be looking to accumulate rare as well on this level. But yeah, I think guys, I think I'm gonna call the live stream. If you guys have any other coins you want me to go over, let me know. But yeah, I think we've gone over quite a lot. Here. And I don't think there's much else. The only position that we're currently in right now is a sell for Bitcoin, looking to target the lows over here. This might take the whole day. So stop loss just about the highs there. But yeah, I do appreciate you guys joining today. Thanks so much. If you guys do want to join a group that is absolutely free, let me know. You can just comment on this video, and I will send you the Telegram link. You can join. It's free to join. We have 3 traders in there, just trying to educate everyone. But yeah, I do appreciate you guys joining. Thanks so much for being here. If you guys did like this video, I do go live every day. We do try to take trades every day in the live stream. We got this Bitcoin one a little bit earlier on, but it's sitting around about an entry zone. We're a little bit, we in profit a little bit here, but it has a lot more room to come down, which is why I'm still in this position. But yeah, I do appreciate you guys joining. And yeah, if you're new to the channel, subscribe. And yeah, I do appreciate you guys. Peace out. See you guys tomorrow.